Hello everyone, this is just going to be a quick little video for Inktober. I don't know how many of these I will make because like I said in the previous video, this Inktober is for me, but I would like to at least show the first few pictures, why not? I will also be doing a sketchbook tour when it's done, so you're not going to miss any art even if I don't record a lot or do any streams or whatever. You're not going to miss any art, you just won't see it in real time. But if you want to see it in real time, follow me on Instagram because I post those whenever I'm done with the picture. So if you want constant art, well I say constant, I haven't done a lot of art recently, but if you want constant Inktober, go over to my Instagram. It's linked in the link tree below if you want to check it out. So the prompt list that I'm using is nonsense-tober. I cannot pronounce the person's name who created that, but I will put up the picture. You can see it and their name is on the picture if you want to follow them. I would suggest following them because I really like their art style. It's really cute and whimsical, kind of like a fantasy, whimsical children's storybook style. I like it. So if you like that kind of thing, definitely follow them. I found them by accident while looking for prompt lists, but I actually quite like their artwork, so that worked out great for everyone. In this video, I just want to talk real quick. I don't even know if I have enough voiceover for the entire video, but I just want to talk real quick about my first experience with glass dip pens. Now, I got these in a set for my birthday last year, and I'm just now using them this year. For contrast, my birthday was September 28th, and it's October 3rd, so I'm a year late on this. I'm a year late with the whole using the dip pen thing, the glass dip pen. I've used normal dip pens before, but I'm having fun with them. They are interesting. But let me just tell you my thoughts on them real quick, and then I'll probably just have music only for the rest of the video. My main observation with them is they're interesting. So they hold on to more ink, I've noticed, than my metal dip pens. They can drip when you first put the ink, so I try to like dab it off without like wiping it off, like kind of like, I don't know. I like a brush, but gentler because I don't want to hurt it on the side of like the ink bottle. And they hold more ink. The one with the kitty end, which is a finer point, is easier to use than the other one with a thicker point. The one with a thicker point, you kind of have to hold to the side to get to work. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to use it, but I don't have to do that with the thinner one. So I have to assume I'm either doing a really big user error or the little indentations that spiral down to make the ink go down to the end aren't doing that like they're supposed to. I don't know much about glass dip pens. I just know I've seen a few people use glass dip pens before. I would also say that they're interesting to hold because they're glass. They're a lot heavier than like our normal pen, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. I don't mind it, but it is interesting to hold when you're not used to it because you feel like if you move a certain way, there's more weight for you to mess up. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's like if it's so heavy that when you like move your hand around, it has more weight to like slip out of your hand. I still don't know if that makes sense, but that's the best I can do to describe it. The one with the thicker end definitely has more of that issue because there's a big like bulge at the bottom before you get to the tip to make it look pretty with like a flower blown into it. So there's more weight on the bottom. I don't know if that's on purpose because that's how they work or if it's meant to be decorative. So I can't really say if that's a good thing or not because I don't know. But they were definitely interesting to use. And the fine point one that works better in my opinion, unless I'm doing it wrong, I really like that one. That one has a really nice line width. It's not too thin, not too thick. You can do hatching with it without looking too obnoxious. I like that one. That one is really nice. The other one I want to like more, but it doesn't want to do the ink when I hold the pen the way I normally hold it. I have to hold it kind of sideways, like on a slant, you know, kind of like when you're doing shading on the side of a pencil. Kind of like that for it to really draw. And I really don't know if that's my fault or not. So if you use a glass dip pen, please give me tips on glass dip pen because I really want to do a good job. If I was to say whether I prefer these or normal dip pens, I would say even though the big one gives me some issues, I do kind of prefer the glass over the metal. Mainly because the glass holds more ink, and I like that because I get more done without it like freaking out. But it can pull on the bottom, so watch out for that. Maybe do a swatch on a spare piece of paper before you get a big lump of ink on your paper because that would be sad. Also, as for like the colored inks, because I didn't really do anything with them in the other 2 videos or anything, like the previous 2 Inktober videos of the year, I used the orange and I used Greg's green or something. It's more of a deep olivey green. Please ignore my cat. I had to lock the door because he was trying to jump on my shelf. I like the colors. They're very vibrant. They're very nice. They do work really well with the pens. I would still say they're probably water soluble. I didn't use water with them, but I did use alcohol ink, and it didn't smudge that much to me, but I can definitely say the black one smudged when I used grayscale. Like, it's not super noticeable, but it looks a little bit like it feathered a little bit. You can kind of see like a green glow around some of the lines, which happens when you use water-soluble stuff and then you put alcohol on top. So I would definitely say if you're using the colored inks, if you're going to color with markers, use similar colors, because I can't really see any bleeding or anything on the pumpkin or anything because I used orange markers. But I like the inks. They're very pretty. Definitely do not use them with water. If the black one is any indication, do not use them with water. They are water soluble. But overall, the set's really nice. I really like it. I'm going to have fun doing more Inktobers with them. I will also be using other pens and stuff like you saw in the first Inktober video of the year. But I'm excited to keep doing Inktober. And as for the prompts, the first one was cage and pumpkin, and the second one was cat and autumn. And the cat is gray in the picture only because I want to see the line work. He's technically a black cat. I don't have much more to talk about, so whatever's left in the video is going to be music. But in the meantime, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, all the other stuff. And if you want to see pretty much daily, I'm probably going to fall behind at some point, but pretty much daily Inktober artwork, then follow my Instagram, because that's where you're going to see the artwork in real time. But with all that being said, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!